Hello everyone! Today we're going to discuss truck dispatching certification and if you must have one in order to operate. So recently one of my students reached out to me and asked whether our course would qualify her for a certified truck dispatcher certification. While looking into it, I discovered that someone was trying to sell her a certificate that, frankly, was completely useless. So I asked her a simple question. Why do you want to buy this certificate? And her answer was honest. She said she wasn't sure. She just assumed that she would need it in order to legally operate as a truck dispatcher. And that's exactly why I want to clarify this topic. If you watched any of my previous videos, you probably know that I don't aggressively push our courses and I try to stay as objective as possible. And I genuinely hate when people take advantage of others simply because they don't have the right information. If you have seen my video on the legal status of truck dispatching, then you already know this part. Truck dispatching is not regulated by FMCSA. There is no government-issued license, there is no official certification, there is no regulatory body approving or denying dispatchers. Unlike freight brokering, which does require a license, you can legally operate as a truck dispatcher without any government approval. So that brings us to the obvious question. What are all these truck dispatching certificates and do they actually help you? Let's look at this practically. For example, if you complete one of our Learn Dispatch courses and pass the graded quiz, you receive a certificate of completion. What does that certificate actually mean? It means you completed the course and gained a certain level of knowledge about truck dispatching. Can that be useful? Yes, but only in specific situations. If you want the certificate as proof of accomplishment, then sure, it has value to you. Can it help you get a job? Technically, yes, it shows a potential employer that you're familiar with the industry. Does it guarantee you will get hired? Absolutely not. Employers don't hire certificates. They hire people based on communication skills, problem-solving attitude, and reliability. That's why I always tell students, if you want to stand out, develop additional skills. Customer service, sales, communications, basic marketing. Those matter far more than a PDF certificate. Now, let's address the big misconception. Do you need a certificate to find clients and dispatch trucks? In my experience, and I've been in transportation since 2010, not a single client has ever asked me for a certificate. Not once. What they did ask was, is what I offer, how can I help them grow their business, how much do I charge for my services? They didn't really care where I learned dispatching. They cared whether I could help them make their life easier and their business more profitable. So here's the bottom line. If you already know how to dispatch trucks, there is no real reason to get certified. A certificate will not allow you to operate or will not disallow you or prevent you from operating a dispatching service. If you don't know how dispatching works, then yes, your next logical step is to learn. And if you complete a training program, ours or someone else's, you will likely receive a certificate of completion. That simply shows that you've gained foundational knowledge about truck dispatching. But if anyone tells you that you must buy their certification in order to work as a truck dispatcher, there is a very good chance that you are being scammed. Do your homework. Ask who is selling it, ask why it's required, and ask who actually recognizes it, because the government doesn't. And with all that being said, we are going to wrap up this video, and I will see you next time.